Well, hello there. Well, we had a dry run. You don't know anything about it, but that's what happens sometimes. Uh, you know, my intention is to have this up daily. It's always been my intention. Um, God's intention is sometimes otherwise, and sometimes the enemy gets in the way. I'm real. I'm here. I wish to give you moments of help and hope and healing. That's who I am. So let's get that started. Let's have a little wisdom on grace. Yeah, God is grace. That's just the truth. And I'm working on a foundational series around that. I believe grace locks everything else into place. Yet we as human beings aren't very good at that thing called grace most of the time. Unmerited favor, giving up something that, and giving somebody a space that they don't deserve, that doesn't really function for us. Some get there a little bit. So how do we do this? Well, the amazing nature is that God did this all the time. From the moment on the cross where he gave the thief that right to stand with him in paradise to him allowing Adam to continue and all creation to go forward, just moments of grace. So you may not believe, that's okay. God believes in you and will give you grace and has been giving you grace since the beginning. So for a moment, think on that. Just leave yourself there, and we'll leave it there. So if you want to get connected to me, just reach out to eric@starthealing.me. That's eric@starthealing.me. That's eric@starthealing.me. And you can connect, and I will send you a link, and we can talk. That one will be without charge. As we move into and continue this story on sanctuary, there's been so many pieces that have come forward, so many stories in a sense that may get fleshed out further later. Yes, I'm doing this live, no AI, no nothing, just me. And yes, sometimes I lose track of where we are, but I know where we are right now, and that there's another piece to this puzzle, a sanctuary that most people wouldn't think of. And that's what's happening right now. There's a bit of a commotion in the city in a certain part because somebody is about to do something that a lot of people don't think is a great thing to do. But the person is adamant. They're young and they feel that they're being told by God to go forward to do this. And nobody wishes them to because, they're not sure they know what they're doing. And that commotion draws the lady, and the lady arrives and starts talking with this person and goes, "Are you sure this is what you wish to do?" Well, she goes, "I'm safe here. That's wonderful. But there's a lot of people out there that don't know about this safety. A lot of people that don't know about God and what God can bring to them and what safety this is, and that there is a safe haven and it's here. And if somebody doesn't go out and tell them, well, yes, it's spreading, I suppose, but it's usually better to see it live. Somebody that's been there, saw that, had it happen. And that's what I wish to do. And the commotion is caused by those that if she does go out, then she needs this, and she doesn't feel that she wants to go out any more than just the ship she's already designed, which doesn't have weapons, doesn't have a shield. She doesn't want to come across that way. And she feels God has helped her design that. So after talking with the lady says, well, if that's what you feel you're to do, then that's what you should do. Everyone gets silent because they don't expect that. But she's safe here. And the lady said yes, but she's right also. There are those out there that haven't heard about this space, that are struggling, that are looking for those moments where they can be safe, those places where they could rest. Maybe not permanently. Maybe they'll go back out into the fight, but they still require some place to come. So she has my blessing, and she can leave, and she can return. And I think she will. And everyone is very silent. The dwarfs move into space and go, we agree. You know, it feels that her heart is locked in this space and that she has built a very good ship. May not have weapons, may not have shields, and as weird as it is for a dwarf to say, I can understand that. How can you come in peace if you have weapons? And I believe somehow, some way, the God of all will look after her, and things will happen from this. And people will be reached that couldn't be reached any other way. And with that, she got into her ship, the little tiny teardrop that it was, activated the engines, and blinked out. Next time they saw the ship, it was sitting at the gate. It moved through the gate and disappeared. She had made sure that she could communicate back, not with any technology, but with something far more reliable, as far as she was concerned. And she tested it after leaving the gate. She goes, I'm just going to allow God to lead me where I go, where I blink. And I believe that that will bring people back to here, to rest, to be, to maybe stay. This may be the place where they can start again. With that, she blinked again and was gone. The lady could not sense her, neither could anyone else that could reach out. Everyone was looking at the lady and going, why did you let her go? Because that's what her heart was. Sanctuary is about coming, but also about going, she said. This is a safe place. This is a place you can return to, rest, recover, restore. And maybe some of you will go back out, and some will stay because this is the only place you can exist and continue. That's the interesting nature of sanctuary. It's here for us. Very similar to how God works with us. So as she sits there and smiles as they still are not sure about all of this, and this is a whole new understanding of what sanctuary is and what it's there for. She thinks about her beginnings, where everything started, in the multiple spaces that she's been in, to this one where she was exiled to permanently, as far as she knows, and she plans to stay. And we'll leave it there. I am really excited to give you a blessing. Haven't done that for a while. And the blessing will be very simple, that you be completely surrounded by the grace of God, overflowing joy and peace that that brings, and everything that that brush in God's hands wishes to paint for you in every single moment in overabundance, according to God's will and wish and according to yours. This can be. Now let's have a word of prayer. We come before you, Father, Spirit, Son, and we are so eternally grateful that you are with us every single moment, every single action. You exist with us. We may acknowledge you or may not, but you still exist. That's the ultimate grace, as far as I'm concerned. You stay with us, even in the moments that are painful for you to stay. You bottle our tears, you count our hairs. It sounds like an amazingly interactive God to me. So I ask you to push the darkness back and give them a chance to get to know you, to really be with you, and to understand what that means, to have that care and concern of God in their life. And I thank you for doing so. Thank you for the grace and mercy and for the courage and strength. And I say thankful, grateful, gratitude, thankful, grateful, gratitude, thankful, grateful, gratitude. Standing in awe and honor, respect, allowing all glory to flow. Father, Spirit, Son, this is, and so this is. So you'll be blessed. When you wake, wake well. When you rest, rest well. And know that your path is well lit by God. Blessings.